This will be part 3 of my review of Outlander Season 7, Episode 4. This will cover Roger and Bree and everything going on with them in this episode, touch upon some book references, Easter eggs, previews for upcoming plot. So if you're looking to avoid spoilers, please do keep on scrolling. So in the books, the beginning of Echo in the Bone, which is book 7, Bree and Roger are already living in Lallybroch. In the show, they've decided to show the whole period of time when they are renovating it. And a question that keeps popping up is, how are they paying for this? People might remember that back in season 3, when Claire leaves to go back in time after Jamie, she leaves Bree with all of her bank accounts and access to all of the money. So presumably they are burning through that, and likely Roger has an inheritance from Reverend Wakefield as well. And obviously the big news is that Jemmy and Mandy have been aged up. They have new actors playing them now, which is important for their storyline because they can communicate with each other. They have a sense of knowing physically where the other is all the time. I've done a video about that as well. So having Mandy be older now and able to talk is important for the upcoming plot, which some of you may have watched previous videos, has to do with a man named Rob Cameron and his obsession with the Mackenzies. He eventually kidnaps Jemmy in order to figure out where the Jacobite gold is hidden, and a little Easter egg that was included in here is that the real estate agent's name is Dick Cameron, so likely related to Rob Cameron. Another Easter egg in question I got is, what is the significance of Bree and Roger choosing to leave these marks and slashes that they have in the house? There's a moment when Bree is traveling back in time the first time in season 3, and her and the elder Ian Murray have a conversation about all of these markings in the house and why they've left them there, and he says it's to remember what the British are. So for her, leaving them up, and obviously for Roger being Scottish as well, it's a reminder of their history. Roger spends much of this episode starting to write a book about time travel that he wishes to pass along to Jemmy and Mandy, since they are still trying to figure out how it works, and he wants the two of them, since they clearly are gifted with the power to time travel, to have some sort of a guide. So that is what he is writing here, and you can see when he's spinning around the musket ball, he figures out that it is part of the Jacobite gold. And also in this episode, Jemmy is acting weirdly. He is implying that it's a fairy, but in reality, book readers will know that it's actually Buck Mackenzie, who we saw in season 5. He's the one who ended up having Roger hanged, and he is in the future because he traveled too far through the stones. Another Easter egg is Mandy being locked away in the priest hole, which is where Jamie hid out from the British when he was the Dunbonnet back in season 3. And now Brianna has officially gotten her job at the hydro plant, so next episode we will likely meet Rob Cameron.